welcome back. Y'all, I tried to do this video at work earlier and I kept clearing my throat every other sentence. I tried to do this video a little bit ago and there was an ice cream truck practically sitting on my chest so loud, and that was annoying to me. I don't like that kind of like background sound. I'm trying to do the video now and there's like a bumblebee. So if it doesn't work right now, then we're just gonna leave it alone, okay? I've already done my makeup. This is the Cartegena Magica palette. I'm like irritated, okay? So we're not gonna get ready. Maybe we'll do a little bit of get unready. So this is the Cartegena Magica palette from Nomad Cosmetics. Pretty certain this isn't available anymore. I kind of want to depot it. Maybe. That sounds fun. I really like things like that. I am depotting like 2 other palettes that I'll tell you about probably in the weekly roundup. So, you know what? Like I'll clean up a little bit while I tell you these stories. So it's only 2 stories. I'm going to tell you because I would like to know your opinion. I'm just wiping my brushes on this like towel. Okay, so the first story is about Hailey in London. That's her name. I know I like to make up names, but her name is Hailey. And I found this intriguing because one of my closest friends is named Hailey, right? So I'm reading the story and it's about Zoom, right? The video platform, whatever it is. And, you know, Zoom has become a lot more popular over the past few years. Like, now you can't even say that you're going to miss a meeting because they're like, well, we can send you a link. And I'm not like, I will say that I don't always have successful Zoom meetings in terms of like, we're all there, we're all dressed on camera. No, there are many a time I have a bi-weekly consultation like / peer supervision group. A lot of times my camera is off because either I just got out the shower and I only have on a towel, and I don't think that y'all want to see that as I consult with you about clinical stuff, or, you know, I'm doing my makeup, or I'm in bed. I'm in bed with my bonnet on and I'm under the covers, and yeah, you can't see me. You can hear me. You can always hear me, but you can't see me. Hailey had a very unfortunate experience with Zoom. So, you know, a lot of things have been held on Zoom, or there have been a lot of ways where Zoom and like virtual attendance has been introduced, right? Like now you can go to people's weddings and birthday parties, everything via Zoom. You can even go to people's funerals. So we had to do that for one of my family members in like early 2020 when everything with the pandemic started. So anyway, so Hailey decides that she's going to attend this Zoom funeral because I guess she couldn't be there in person. The thing is though, like they don't say what relation the deceased is to Hailey. So I don't know. I don't think it's a family member, at least not a close one, maybe a distant cousin or something, or maybe they're like a coworker, like they were coworkers or something. I don't know. But Hailey logs on to the Zoom, and I think like you can see the people logged on, and I'm pretty sure everyone has their camera on but their audio muted. So Hailey had her audio muted, but Hailey did not have her camera turned off. I don't know if you know where we're going with this, but Hailey was in the restroom. She was in the bathroom. The thing is, though, Hailey wasn't using the toilet. That would, oh God, that would be terrible. She wasn't like brushing her teeth. No, Hailey was full frontal taking a shower. So Hailey took the laptop or the phone into the bathroom, set it up, and went and got in the shower. I think it like had a glass door or something. Now, terrible. Right? Terrible enough. But Hailey was also shaving her lady bits. So she just took it so many places it didn't need to go. Because first of all, why was she attending a funeral, a Zoom funeral, while she was showering? You couldn't find no other time, Haley. You couldn't find no other time to shower. You couldn't find any other time. So it's almost like it's your own fault. You know how parents be saying that? It's your own fault. You couldn't find no other time, Miss Haley, to take a shower but while you were attending this funeral. Listen. That's the other thing. I feel like people have forgotten decorum. And to me, it's just like, maybe you shouldn't be taking a shower while you're attending a Zoom funeral. Like, maybe other things via Zoom, but it seems like a funeral is like one of the least appropriate times to be taking a shower with your camera on. And I get it. Like, you know, she had to get ready because I think she attended the wake afterwards. But what I also don't understand, you could go to the wake, but you couldn't go to the funeral. Was there like a limit on the number of people who could go to the funeral? But also, like, if you could have gone, why didn't you get ready earlier? So they're like, we're missing some information, but noticeably cooler tomorrow. Here's the thing, too. This is where, you know, Haley doesn't have friends or anybody that likes her or anything because everybody on the Zoom saw her. Everybody. And I believe there was like a screen in the church where you could see like the people on Zoom. So the priest, the pastor, the funeral director, nobody could be like, can someone turn off the Zoom? Nobody could be like, let's end the meeting. Nobody in the Zoom could do anything. Y'all don't have her phone number. Y'all don't have nothing. Nobody could run over to her house real quick and bang on the door and be like, Haley, your camera's on. Like, so nobody could do that. Do we even know Haley? Do we know her? Because if I knew her, I wouldn't let her go out like that. I wouldn't let her, because if it were me, I would be in the casket next to the deceased, because I would die. I would just be like, that's it. I'm done. Because you are not going to live this one down. She's in London. I would become an expat so fast. I'm now American. Like, that would be my choice. I would leave, put on some sunglasses, put on a hat, and just exit. Because you don't show your face, Haley. Here's the thing, I forgot this part. So she goes to the wake. That's when she finds out everybody saw her entire ass on camera. That's when she finds out. I don't know who told her. I don't know how they told her. All I know is y'all are shady, because nobody could tell her beforehand. Y'all, I'm like riding shotgun on the struggle bus today. Anyway, so somebody tells her at the wake. I was gonna say at the party. But you know, if you're Caribbean in a lot of different cultures, the wake is kind of like, sometimes. But there's a celebration of life. But anyway, somebody told Haley at the party. I don't know how. I don't know. Because if it were someone, if I were Haley and it was someone that I knew, I wouldn't talk to you anymore. I wouldn't talk to you because you don't care about me. Okay? Because you let me the entire time. Nobody could like... Where was the host of the Zoom meeting? Who scheduled it? Because you're the host, right? And that means that you could have ended it forever. You could have ended the entire Zoom meeting and like banned Haley. That's what you could have done. So you're not paying attention. You just went ahead and you turned the Zoom on and then you went and sat in the back. So I don't know how she was told, what her reaction was. I don't know if somebody was just like, are you Haley? I think you're Haley, right? I recognize that mole. Like, how would you tell her? And then what did she do? Did she leave? Did she leave the wake? I would just be like, my condolences. Like, Haley, you can't show your face to them people. If it's family, you can't go to the reunion. If it's coworkers, you can't go to any company parties, okay? Don't even worry about the holiday party. Like, are you putting in your 2-week notice? Because I just feel like this is beyond embarrassing. It doesn't matter how good you look naked, all right? Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, not only were you showering, Haley, but you, like, had your foot, like, you was, like, you know, shaving stuff. I would be horrified. I would have to assume a different identity. Or the alternative would be, I would pretend it didn't even happen. I would pretend I would go into work the next day. Hey, Brandon, how are you? Did you have a good weekend? Yeah, mine was pretty good too. Either I would move, or I would pretend it didn't happen. That was another Haley. I don't know. I know we look alike, but I didn't even like attend the funeral. I would just lie my ass off, my naked ass that everybody saw. But also, it's just like, Haley, you shouldn't have been showering like while you were attending this funeral. Like, now you're taking the focus off of the deceased, and now it's all about you, Haley, because you caused a ruckus. And I'm just sitting here like, all them people. Nobody could just like wave their hands, or nobody could do anything. Nobody could do anything. What are you paying attention to the pastor, or are you paying attention to Haley? Anyway. Because I could go on and on about Haley. Because I feel for Haley, okay? But it's also like, Haley, why you do that, though? Nobody else was taking a shower. That we know of. Because maybe somebody was. But maybe they had their camera off. Technology is not always our friend, okay? You never know what camera is on. Cameras are on all the time, every time. And so, if you're on a Zoom, like... flip the camera, you know what I mean? Like, flip the camera, something, just to make sure, like, turn all audio off. Like, I feel like there are ways to mitigate these circumstances. But let me tell you about the next story. So this story is about a company, like a startup company. I think their name is Oz IT or Oz It, I don't know. OZ-IT. So they are trying to get into the home security business. So, you know, like the Ring camera doorbell, the like Simply Safe, ADT, like that kind of thing, right? So their idea is to have, it's like an AI like door camera. It's pretty significant size, and it's called Eve. EVE. Now, I don't know what it stands for. I didn't find that information. But I'm thinking maybe it stands for like electronic voice enemy, because Eve is not our friend. Okay? Eve is not here to be friends. And let me tell you why. So, you know, when you go up to a doorbell camera, the person inside can see you, or wherever they are. You know, if they have the app and they're at work, they can see who's coming to the door. They can talk to you. They can tell you, like I do, oh, can you just leave my food at the door? Yeah, thanks. Thank you so much. They can do all of that, right? But Eve is a little different. So Eve, since it's AI, it goes by facial recognition. Okay, so let's say I own Eve. I would go ahead and she would do whatever she needs to do to get my face, right? Like whether it's like whoosh, whoosh, or it's like Siri when you have to go like this. You know what I mean? When you have to do that to get the facial thing. And then I guess you would have a list of authorized people who the face would recognize. I mean, that would have the facial recognition as well. Here's the thing. So let's say you're an unauthorized person. I don't know you, and you're coming to my door, okay? Even though it says no solicitors in this community, you're coming to my door. You get to my door, Eve is going to tell you something. Eve is going to say, you are an unauthorized personnel. That's what she says. Those are the words, okay? That was in the promo video. You are an unauthorized personnel. You have 5 seconds to leave the premises. 5 seconds. That's not a lot. You gotta make some quick decisions. But some of us don't listen, right? Some of us would sit there or stand there for 5 seconds. What you gonna do, Eve? So Eve is like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What does Eve do, you might ask? Eve starts pelting paintballs at you. That's what's gonna happen to you. You're gonna get paintballed, okay? I've never done the paintball thing, but I have heard, especially if it catches you like somewhere that your body is not covered with the protective gear, it hurts. It hurts. It's not just like a little nudge. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So if that's not enough, I think you can decide between paintball or tear gas. So then I guess it's just like, shh. None of these are good. None of these are good options. Primarily for the person that would be on the receiving end. Now, the legality of it all is still being discussed, right? Because, you know, I think some places would be like, stand your ground. I don't know. I don't know how that would work, okay? I don't know. But I also, what I do know is that there's a potential that I would purchase it. I went to the website, and you can like donate and stuff. And if you sign up, you get 40% off. I didn't sign up, okay? I did not. I just looked for the information. But what I'm saying, in the wrong hands, this is a dangerous thing. And if we were to like take attendance at the club of wrong hands, I'm probably the secretary. Like, because I can't say that I wouldn't get that thing because it's ingenious. Okay? Because imagine you tell one of your friends to come over, but you're like really mad at her or something, and okay, so what they would need to have though is they would need to have, you know how when you have a an automatic automatic food feeder for your pet, and it'll go off at whatever time you set. But also there's a button that you can push that'll have the food come out immediately. So what if you could just like, you don't even have to worry about Eve talking about you got 5 seconds, right? You could just be like pelting your friends with paintballs. I would never come to your house again. It's terrible. It's terrible, but also, was that the time? Who is this? I don't know who that is. I don't think it's going to go through. I don't think that they're going to be able to like, because this is dangerous, right? I mean, it's like, it's for unwanted guests and visitors or whatever. So the other thing is, imagine some unknown person comes to your door. They're an unauthorized personnel. But then somebody from the household or whoever pops up next to them. What the system is going to do is they're going to send you a notification. And it's basically going to ask you, should we pelt them with that paintball? Just because they're with somebody who's authorized, it don't mean nothing. They'll still ask you. They'll be like, we just want to check because she bringing somebody in here that we don't know. And so we just want to, should we intervene? And the promo video is a hot mess. I want to know who's on the research and development team. I want to know who came up with this, because obviously you've had some negative experiences. And mind you, I can relate. I don't like people coming to my door unless I know you. Like, if you're coming, either you have a code to get in the door, or like, I know you're coming. You know, I don't like people coming up to my door all willy-nilly. And if I had a sign on the door that says, beware of Eve, maybe that's enough to make it legal, you know? But also you have to think about, what about your delivery people? What about your like FedEx, DHL, USPS, Amazon? Because that's not always the same person. Very often it's not. So what about that? What are you going to do about that? Because what if you're not home? What if you're not home and it sends you a notification like, there's an unauthorized personnel. And 5 seconds is not that long, because you know what? I can just imagine if I were an Amazon person, delivery person, and I was putting something down in front of your door, and the door is like, you are an unauthorized person. I'd be like, what? And then it's like 5, 4, and I don't know how fast it counts. I don't know if it's like waiting a beat or whatever, but I don't know if I can get from your door down to the sidewalk in time. I'm not quite sure. So not only that, but also, what if you get like Instacart or Uber Eats or something? Like, it just feels like it's not quite well thought out. I don't know. What if it malfunctions? How far is this paintball gonna go? Can you just be bopping people on the sidewalk? But I guess the sidewalk is city property, right? So you can maybe only do it on your property. But also, I feel like a similar thing would just be if you were sitting on your porch popping people with paintballs. And I don't think you can do that. I don't know. But I don't think you can. But maybe if they're on your property, I don't know. I really don't know. But I'm going to keep paying attention to see if this does come out. If it does, you know somebody's going to make a discount version. Amazon, Target, Walmart. And it's going to be much more accessible. It's going to be much more accessible to all of us. It's such a bad idea. It's such a bad idea. Oh, it could go wrong in so many ways, because what if you get a notification and you're like in the bathroom or something, or you're in a meeting and you have all the do not disturbs on and you miss that notification, and now your cousin just like got paintball all over their chest. Anyway, y'all, I think that's it. I'm so done talking for the day. I had like 6 back-to-back clients, like the fool that I am. Like back-to-back, okay? Like no breaks. Not smart. I need to have my office manager put breaks on my calendar again. Because if they're not there, I won't take one. Which is, I'm like, do as I say and not as I do in terms of self-care. I'm tired, I'm done, and I want to know what you think of Hailey and Eve. I also know that some of y'all would buy Eve. I'm not the only one. Don't even play, okay? Some of y'all would buy. Let me tell you who's going. Dawn would buy it. Erica would buy it. Makeup Again would buy it. Tracy may buy it. Like, it's a few of y'all. Who did I miss? You know you would buy it. You would purchase it. Y'all sometimes like to leave me out here, hanging out here by myself for certain things. But let me know if you wouldn't. I will argue with you. But I would like to know what you think about Hailey and her shower shenanigans, and what you think about Eve, and are you going to donate to the Kickstarter? Anyways, I think that's it. I hope that you are finding this helpful. And I hope that you are continuing to take care of yourself. Don't forget to let me know down in the comments what you think of these 2 stories. I would love it if you like the video, and I would love it even more if you subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.